It's been nearly a week now, you know, since Dillian Whyte boxed Povetkin. That was a good punch on it from Povetkin. You know, I hear some fucking people saying it was a lucky punch. You know, there's nothing lucky about it. He threw the punch. That's what boxers do. They punch. That's their job, to throw punches at their opponent. There's no luck involved. That's what they do. That's what they go in the ring to do, to throw punches. That's their intention, to throw punches, to try and knock their opponents out. It's not luck, is it? He deliberately threw a punch, Povetkin. It wasn't a lucky punch. You know, I don't know why people are trying to discredit him. It was a beautiful punch. And you know, when he knocked out the big stiff idiot, you know, the plumber from Liverpool, he fucked him up, didn't he, with a left hand. So he knows that he's got a good left hand. Alright, the right hand set it up really, didn't it? The right hand. But then the left hand just fucking ended it, didn't it? Just fucking ended it. So he's obviously got something in his left hand, hasn't he? So he deliberately goes in there, you know, with the intent of fucking people up with the left hand. You know, and that left hand punch is what knocked out Dillian Whyte, wasn't it? So there's no luck involved. It was just a beautiful punch. Yeah, it was quite good. I wanted Dillian to win, but you have to credit Povetkin for that punch. You know, some people are saying that Dillian, you know, he shouldn't have took the fight. He should have waited, you know, he shouldn't have took the risk. He should have just sat back and waited, you know, to get a crack at the winner of Tyson against Deontay. But you can't just wait around, can you? He's been waiting for 3 years. So how can you just sit around waiting for 3 years? You can't just sit around waiting for 3 years, can you? You know, he's a multi-millionaire now. He's headlined about 5 pay-per-view shows. So he's made millions of pounds, you know, in that 3-year period. So, you know, if he just waited and just sat around for 3 years waiting for his chance to fight for a world title, you know, he wouldn't have made all that money. And he said in an interview, you know, that he used to stand outside a little shit leisure centre, you know, trying to sell tickets half an hour before his fights, you know, so he can make a couple of £100. So you have to fucking make the money while you can. Adrien's saying that Dillian's fight with Povetkin, you know, generated about 300,000 pay-per-view buys. So 300,000 pay-per-views at £20, that's £6 million. So you can't be fucking turning down money like that. You know, Adrien probably takes a nice little fancy percentage of that money, but basically he's making money, isn't he? So you have to make money while you can in boxing. You know, he got that 2-year ban, didn't he, for fucking having some kind of dodgy chemical in his system, some kind of dodgy substance. So just cash in while you can. It's alright saying he should have just sat around and waited for 3 years, but nah, it's no good, is it? But Dillian's got a rematch on it, so we'll see what happens in the rematch. What do you think Dillian does in the rematch? Do you think he pusses out like Joshua did against Ruiz? You know, after he got stopped by Ruiz, do you think Dillian will do that? You can't really imagine Dillian running around the fucking ring like Joshua, can you? You can't really imagine Dillian fighting that kind of fight. So the rematch should be quite interesting, you know, because he knocked Povetkin down a couple of times. You know, Dillian said that Povetkin's corner were really close to chucking the towel in, but I don't know about that, you know. You know, when he knocked out Cesaro, that was like a definitive knockout on him. That was a conclusive finish. You know, when he knocked down Povetkin a couple of times, they were more like flash knockdowns, weren't they? So I don't know if his corner were close to chucking the towel in, you know. Yeah, Joshua got interviewed afterwards, didn't he? And he was talking all his media-friendly bullshit. You know, saying, yeah, Dillian, yeah, it was just a little blip in the road. He'll come back stronger, yeah. He's just got to dust himself down and come back stronger, yeah. You know, acting like that, acting all media-friendly. But then when he goes on to his little mates, a.k.a. Skins, he'll be saying, fuck Dillian. You know, I'm fucking glad he lost to Povetkin. Yeah, fuck Dillian. I'm glad he lost. I'm glad he got knocked out. That's what he'll be saying, you know, to his little mates, a.k.a. Skins, and the rest of them. He'll be saying, fuck Dillian, I'm glad he lost to Povetkin. because then that makes me look better because I stopped Povetkin. And now Dillian's just lost to Povetkin. So fuck him, I'm glad he lost. That's what Joshua will be saying. He'll be saying, yeah, I'm glad Dillian got fucked up, you know, for all the shit he was talking during our fight build-up. So Joshua was glad, wasn't he? So was probably Mark Tibbs. You know, Dillian's old trainer. I bet he fucking loved it as well, didn't he, Mark Tibbs? You know, he didn't come out and say that he loved it. But he probably did, didn't he, Mark Tibbs? It's probably natural, though, as well. Like, you know, if you've got a girlfriend and you're with her, and then she cheats on you and runs off with another man, you know, and then a few years down the line, that man beats the fuck out of the woman and cheats on her and gets rid of her for another woman, you're going to love it, aren't you? You're going to fucking love seeing your ex-girlfriend with black eyes and fucking being all depressed because her fucking man has beat the fuck out of her and cheated on her and ran off with another woman. You're going to love it, aren't you? It's natural, isn't it? So, you know, Mark Tibbs, I bet he enjoyed seeing Dillian get beat, you know, because he'll be thinking, yeah, when he was with me, he was on a really good run. And now as soon as he left me, he gets knocked out. So he'll be quite happy, I think. You know, Mark Tibbs, I think he will be quite happy. You know, like when Nassim Ahmed left Brendan and then he got fucked up by Barrera. You know, I bet Brendan was happy. You know, I actually asked Brendan if he was happy that Naz got beat by Barrera. And Brendan said that he wasn't happy about it, but there was probably a part of him that was happy. There was probably a little part of Brendan that was happy that Naz, when he left Brendan and went to another trainer, Emmanuel Stewart and Oscar Suarez, Brendan was probably glad that Naz got beat, you know, by Barrera. So it's probably natural, isn't it? So I think Mark Tibbs would have enjoyed it a little bit, you know. I think he would have enjoyed it a bit. Mark Tibbs. What do you think of that? You know, when a boxer's with a trainer and they're having a good run together and it's going well, and then they leave the trainer and then get beat. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? But we don't know the ins and outs, do we? We don't know what happened. But it seemed like they had a good bond. When Dillian Whyte was fighting somebody and he was going to go for the kill, and then Mark Tibbs said to him, all right, Sean, keep it together. You know, and they had a little laugh and a joke about it afterwards, didn't they? And it seemed like a good little bond. It seemed like they had a good little relationship, didn't they? Dillian Whyte and Mark Tibbs. But then it ended and Dillian got beat and Mark Tibbs is probably a bit happy about that, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Dave Caldwell was in his corner as well, wasn't he? Dave Caldwell, Penfold. But he wasn't really in the corner for long enough, you know, to have an impact on Dillian Whyte's performance. He wasn't really there for long enough, was he? He was only there for about a week. He was only in Dillian's corner for about a week. So, you know, I'd love to have a go at him, Penfold. But he didn't really have enough time, did he? But you know, Dave Caldwell, when he used to box, somebody told me that he used to throw himself on the floor, you know, so he didn't have to fight. So, you know, when I heard that, I lost a bit of respect for Dave Caldwell, you know. You know, throwing himself on the floor so he don't have to fight. That's a bit of a cowardly move, innit, from Penfold. You know, that's a bit of a baby thing, innit? That's a bit of a baby thing. Yeah, some people are saying that Baby Ting's going to start pretending to be Povetkin's brother now, you know, after he beat Dillian. But I don't know about that. Yeah, that's a bit daft, innit? That's going a bit too far, innit? You know, saying he's going to change his name to Dean Povetkin, it's a bit fucking daft, innit, saying that. It's a bit fucking daft. But yeah, he got caught with one punch, man. He was doing well, but he just got caught with one punch. So it was quite a good shot, wasn't it? I've heard a few people saying, you know, anybody who got caught with that punch, they would have got knocked out. But I'd like to see how Tyson Fury would have took that punch, you know. You know, when he got knocked down by the dosser, that was quite a good punch, wasn't it? But, you know, Tyson, he got up in it, so he seems to be a bit weird. He seems to be a bit fucking weird, man. You know, he's got that strangeness about him, hasn't he? You know, that gypsy fucking strangeness. So I would have liked to have seen Tyson Fury get caught with that uppercut. You know, that Povetkin threw against Dillian. I'd like to see how Tyson Fury would have took that punch. You know, would he have got up, you know, like how he got up against the dosser? Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? See if he could have took that punch, Tyson Fury. Yeah, Tyson Fury was getting slagged off in the paper the other day, wasn't he? Tyson Fury sparks outrage by singing N-word while rapping along to Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy at his 32nd birthday party. So fucking the newspapers are having a go at Tyson again, aren't they? He was basically singing a Biggie song. If you don't know, now you know, nigga. So the Sun newspaper, you know, they're just talking shit again, aren't they? They're having a go at him, you know, saying he's being racist and all that, boys. It's in a song, innit? It's in the fucking song, man. You can't have a go at white people, you know, for saying nigger if it's in a song. It's like, I used to work in a bar, you know, doing security like Coogan and EastEnders. And they used to play songs by people like Drake, you know, and he'd have the word nigger, you know, in his song. So in the club, you know, there's a lot of white women, you know, who love Drake. So they're singing along to Drake's music and they say nigger. You know, you can't really have a fucking go at them, can you? You can't have a go at them, it's in the song. You know, you can't fucking have a go at these white people for saying nigger when it's in the song. You know, you can't fucking sell your music and be happy to take money from white people. But then when they buy your music and they enjoy your music and they're singing along to it and they say nigger, you want to start fucking complaining. You know, you can't pick and choose, can you? You can't take money from white people from buying your music and then fucking say, oh, you shouldn't be saying nigger. You've written nigger in the song. Don't put nigger in the song if you don't want white people to say nigger when they're singing your music. It's just common sense, innit? So there's no outrage at all about Tyson Fury saying nigger. It's just the Sun newspaper, you know, trying to have a go at him again. Yeah, they're just trying to fucking come up with some crap, aren't they? Trying to create a bit of controversy. There's no outrage at all. None. Nigger. It's fake news, man. It's fake hype. It's no big deal, man. It's clickbait, innit? It's so fucking clickbait, man. You know that Krogan's channel? It's all clickbait, innit? Like, you know, IFL Umar. He was interviewing Daniel Dubois, you know, and he said to Daniel Dubois, you know, if you boxed Dillian Whyte, do you think you'd knock him out? And Dubois said, yeah. So then Umar titled the video, Daniel Dubois says he'll knock Dillian Whyte out. Do you know what I mean? That's fucking taking the piss, innit? You know, with the clickbaiting, that's fucking clickbait at the highest level, innit? That is fucking clickbait at the highest level. Daniel Dubois says he'll knock Dillian Whyte out. That's a bit fucked up, man. That's a bit snidey, innit? You know, trying to get Dubois fucked up by Dillian. But, you know, some people, they're saying that Dubois would fucking beat Dillian Whyte, you know, after his fucking fight with Povetkin. It's weird, innit? How just like one punch can completely change people's opinions. Because, you know, before that Povetkin fight, people are all saying, oh, fucking Daniel Dubois, he's got no chance against Dillian Whyte. You know, he hasn't boxed anywhere near the opponents that Dillian's boxed and beat. You know, he's completely out of his depth if he went in there with Dillian. But, you know, that one punch from Povetkin, people are saying, oh, Daniel, you know, I think he'll beat Dillian. You know, people just switch up easily, don't they? They just fucking switch really easily. You know, just after one punch. Yeah, man. People switch up easily. You know, I've only got Dillian. People have kind of turned on him, you know, after his fight. I've seen a few little snidey comments. But, you know, before the Povetkin fight, they'll probably get him behind him. But, you know, no. They're having a go at him. That's what people are like, though, aren't they? People just switch just like that. You know, that's why I'll never box again, you know. People say to me, oh, why don't you come back and box? You know, you might sell a few tickets now. Why don't you come back to boxing and box? But I would never come back to boxing. You know, I won't give people like Coogan, you know, the chance of seeing me get fucked up in a boxing ring. Or Michelle Hall Phelps. You know, those two, they'd fucking love it if I came back to boxing, you know, and got fucked up. So I won't give them the satisfaction. You know, like how people are really enjoying Adrien Broner getting locked up. You know, he got locked up for 7 days, didn't he? You know, for forcibly kissing a woman in a nightclub. He got locked up for 7 days. And he got fined $830,000. That's a lot, innit? That's a lot of fucking money to pay out just for a kiss. And I felt a bit sorry for him, but, you know, the more I look into this guy, he's a bit of a pervert, you know, that Adrien Broner. You know, you remember when he was trying it on with that 15-year-old girl, texting her and that, but she don't look 15 at all, does she? So you can't really fucking have a go at him too much for that, can you, Adrien Broner? But he's got like 10 kids, you know, to like 10 women. So he loves pussy, don't he, Adrien Broner? He fucking loves that pussy, don't he? So he probably did fucking do something to that woman, you know, and he probably did try it on with her, you know, knowing that she's underage, because he does seem like a bit of a pervert, don't he? Adrien Broner. You know, with his 10 kids, you know, to different women. So he's probably a bit of a pervert, ain't he, Adrien Broner? I think there's definitely a perverted side to him, you know, trying it on with 15-year-old girls and that. He probably knew, didn't he? He probably knew how old she was, really. But you never know, like her mum, yeah, she might have fucking sent her daughter out, a 15-year-old daughter. She might have sent her out, you know, to try it on with Adrien Broner, you know, because if he fucked her, that would have been like statutory rape, you know, because she's only 15. So her fucking mum probably put her up to that, you know, to try and get a nice payday, you know, compensation. So her mum probably put all fake eyelashes on her and fucking makeup and all that, you know, and really done her up. Put her in a load of women's clothes and sent her out to try it on with Adrien Broner. You know, knowing that he's probably going to fuck her and have to pay a big fine, you know, like how he's had to pay for that fucking kiss in that nightclub. So you have to watch out, you know, some of these fucking people are snidey. You know, trying to get that easy money. Like, you know that video that I did when I said I've got more money than Tommy earns? You know, when I put that video up on YouTube, this woman messaged me on Instagram saying, yeah, I've just watched your video and I was wondering, would you be able to buy me some new lips? Because I want to have my lips done. So would you be able to buy me some new lips? You know, saying that she's looking for a man, you know, to buy her some new lips. Why would I buy you some new lips? Do you know what I mean? I don't even know who this fucking woman is. Why would I buy you new lips? And then she said, yeah, I want to have your babies, but I need to know that you've got money first. So would you be able to send me a photo of your bank balance so I know that you've got money so I can have your babies? You know, and I was thinking, is this fucking woman for real? Do you know what I mean? It's got to be a joke, hasn't it? But she was being fucking serious, man. So I had to block her. You know, I had to fucking get rid of her, man. She was getting on my nerves. You know, asking me to buy her new lips. But some men would, though, do you know what I mean? Like, some men would. You know that woman boxer? You know, she's been, like, messaging me, you know, on Instagram, and she sent me a screenshot, you know, of some guy who's, like, sent her, like, £300, you know, to buy her used socks. You know, some fucking desperate man on the internet, you know, giving her 300 quid, you know, for her used socks. So some men would buy random women new lips, you know, just desperate men like that. Well, I'm not going to fucking buy you new lips. I don't even know who the fuck you are. But yeah, that'll do, you know. That'll do. But yeah, you know, before I finish, I need to do a few little shit shout outs, you know. You know, for people who have subscribed to my subscription page, Patreon. But no one gives a fuck about shout outs, do they? They're fucking boring, aren't they? So I need to put up a photo, you know, of a nice, sexy woman. You know, to make these little shit shout outs a bit more entertaining. So yeah, shout out to Andy. Shout out to Giles. Shout out to Graham. Yeah, shout out to Colby. Shout out to fucking Colin. Yeah, she's quite nice, isn't she? Yeah, you can't take your eyes off that fucking woman, can you? That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say sex sells. It's fucking true, innit? It's true. Like, no disrespect to those people that I just shouted out, but no one gives a fuck, do they? You know, when I did those shout outs, it went in one ear and straight out the other ear. You know, no one gives a fuck, do they? You know, because of women like this. So it's true, and it's sex sells. You know, this video was down there. But, you know, because of this woman, it's taking the video up there on it. So it's all about levels, isn't it? It's all about fucking levels, man. But yeah, thanks for tuning in again, yeah? Thanks for that.